If you're planning on renting in Japan, the documents that you'll need are your passport and residence card, your residence certificate, job offer or school acceptance letter, or a hanko if you have one. Some companies will accept a signature, but it's still recommended that you get a hanko once you arrive in Japan, as you'll likely be needing it for other things like starting a bank account or a phone contract. Hello, I'm Cindy from the GaijinPot Housing Service, and that was a short clip from our recent webinar on how to rent an apartment in Japan as a foreigner. If you're interested in finding an apartment in Japan, or just want to be better prepared for your move, come join me at our next webinar. It's free to join, and it's a great opportunity to ask your own questions about renting, whether you're in Japan or overseas. Here are some examples of the questions that you guys sent in. What if an apartment listing says that it needs a 2-year lease, but I'm only going for a 1-year exchange program? Is the lease term something that can be negotiated? Most apartments in Japan operate on a 2-year lease, so if you think you'd like to leave before completing a year, you'd likely be asked to pay a penalty fee that's equal to 1 month's rent. But if you terminate after a year, however, you wouldn't be asked to pay any such penalty fee. What if I don't know anyone in Japan to use as my emergency contact? If you were to apply through the GaijinPot Housing Service, we'd be glad to act as your emergency contact for the time being. But we'd kindly ask you to find a replacement contact within 3 months after applying. Is it possible to reserve a room in advance? Rental properties in Japan operate on a first-come, first-served basis, so there's a high chance that the property you're interested in right now might be gone in a few weeks' time. It's best to start looking for properties to move into at most a month before you want to move in, just to make sure you're able to secure it. Is it a good idea for me to live in Osaka if I'll be studying in Kyoto? This depends on your lifestyle. If you're comfortable with commuting for over an hour or two every day while spending around 1,200 yen every time for train tickets, then it shouldn't be a problem. But if you're the type to prioritize time and savings though, it might be better to find something closer. Here are some of the topics we covered during the webinar: the rental system in Japan, challenges foreigners face when renting, the benefits of the GaijinPot Housing Service, and how we can help you find suitable properties, the pros and cons of subleasing as opposed to renting a property on your own, the general fees required for using the GaijinPot Housing Service, and frequently asked questions. At the end of the main presentation, if you have any questions about renting that we were not able to cover, please feel free to ask us. To see when our next webinar is scheduled, please see the link in the description. I look forward to speaking with you and to help find your new home in Japan.